Teaching techniques. When converting a value like 50,000 centimetres squared into metres squared, we already know from our lesson that this is 5 metres squared. This can be demonstrated in another way, rather than simply saying what we need to do. The best way to demonstrate is by using a diagram of a square, as this makes more sense. We'll start with the basic conversion we know, that 1 metre is 100 centimetres. Our square is 1 metre squared, and we can rewrite this in centimetres. We know that this is equivalent to 100 centimetres by 100 centimetres. 100 times 100 gives 10,000 centimetres squared. 1 metre squared is equivalent to 10,000 centimetres squared. This will make more sense to a lot of students because they will be able to see the conversion and that the squares are exactly the same size, when all you've had to do is work out the area from base times height. This is all we needed to do. Going back to our original question, we can see that we are converting from centimetres squared to metres squared, a smaller unit to a larger unit. This means the numerical value in our answer must be smaller. If we want a smaller answer, we need to divide. We can see this because, looking at the centimetre to metre conversion here, we can see that the answer has gotten significantly smaller going from centimetres squared to metres squared. 10,000 to 1 is a division. What we need to do here is divide by 10,000 to get to metres squared, since every 10,000 centimetres squared is 1 metre squared. To find the answer in metres, we must divide by 10,000 to give 5 metres squared. It is a sensible idea to give students a number of examples like this, where they work out the equivalence of squares. So, getting them to convert 1 metre squared, 1 centimetre squared, 1 kilometre squared, or 1 millimetre squared into a different unit. They first work out the area, possibly using a calculator. Then, get them to work out the relationships for converting units of metric area. Deep thinking. Sophia says that 5 metres squared is the same as 500 centimetres squared, as there are 100 centimetres in every 1 metre. Explain why she is incorrect. This is a very common misconception that students will have. They know that to convert 1 metre to centimetres, they need to multiply by 100. They know 1 metre is 100 centimetres. Because both the units are squared, they ignore it as they think the same rule applies. They think 1 metre squared is the same as 100 centimetres squared. In fact, we know that if we draw a diagram like this and convert, we see that 1 metre squared is equivalent to 10,000 centimetres squared. We see that Sophia has fallen for the common mistake and ignored that we are trying to find an area, and she has looked at everything being similar in the same way as length. Therefore, she thinks it is a similar process for both, that they both multiply by 100. In fact, they need to multiply by 10,000. So, 5 metres squared is actually 50,000 centimetres squared.